Hello everyone, my name is Moji. You're watching a Bitcoin Bubble News channel. No, look, the reason we said July 2nd was because the papers only needed a few changes in June, so it was a good guess. They thought this was what would happen, and people in the know agreed. Being done before the holiday was the only goal. If you're the SEC, you could then move on with your life. Anyway, they're taking a long time. I have no idea why. They could be just being lazy. There might be tourists around. I'm not sure. Some people also think that one provider wasn't quite ready with their S1, and that theirs did need a lot of work, which slowed down the pack. Bitcoin Bubble stands out because it is easy to understand and use. There's no limit to who can join, no matter how much they know about crypto or how new they are to it. Guess who is watching us now? Robert Kiyosaki is the author of the best-selling book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. We'd also like to use this chance to thank everyone who put their trust in us. The best part is that it's free, and we read all of them. If you sign up now, you'll get all the new information for free. Stay ahead of the trends instead of just following them. Sign up for Bitcoin Bubble right now and enjoy the new edge. Eric Balchunas and James Seifard, two Bloomberg ETF experts, talk about the upcoming launch of the Ethereum ETF, Bitcoin's falling price, and more. They also talk about whether Bitcoin is a currency or a store of value. The CC took a little longer than they needed to, but I can't say one way or the other. Then we'll wait for people who know what the SEC is telling them to tell us. This means that I don't think the SEC has talked to the lenders yet, but when they do, they will give them a plan. They'll probably say, okay, here's the plan, you're going to send your papers back. We're going to make them work. After that, you can start on Thursday, July 18th or something like that. That's my new baseball park too. It is, however, just a guess based on good information. You could put a gun to my head and ask me to pick a date. I'd say July 18th, which is next Thursday, but who knows what the good news could be. The hard parts are over. They're okay with it. It's just crossing knees and touching eyes while we wait for the government to finish this. Yeah, that government moves slowly. The papers were sent back by the people who got the comments and documents from the SEC. They were told to be turned in on July 8th, after the holiday on Monday. They didn't say anything. They did need time, but I agree with you. They were caught off guard. We both agree that this was political. There isn't a smoking gun. But there is a lot of good proof that points to the same thing. But even though they were caught off guard, they gave them about 6 or 7 notes in the first round. They came back. It was strange about the second round because the problems were so small that they didn't need it for a week. They asked it to come back, but they said there were no fees to do so. From what I can tell, they were either busy with something else during that short time. They say, we can't handle this right now. We're going to put this off for 2 weeks. Or there is one problem that is, making everything take longer. We've talked to lenders and people who know about this, but I think these things could have been done 2 weeks ago. Bitcoin is at a turning point because several launch measures point to more losses. A new crypto coin study says that all whales had the fastest rate of Bitcoin accumulation in more than a year. Since March, when it turned away from its new all-time high, Bitcoin has been in a downtrend. Bitcoin's price has been going up and down over the last month, hitting a 2-month low of $53,500 on July 5th. Even though it has since risen above $57,000, the German government's continued selling of Bitcoin and Megaxer payments mean that BTC could lose even more value. The crypto coin report shows that in May, the profit and loss PL measure is close to its 365-day moving average. The on-chain data provider says that Bitcoin could go through a big correction like those seen in the past if this index falls below its 365-day level. A crossover to the fall has been linked to big drops in prices in May and July 2021, or the start of a bear market in November and December 2021. See the red lines? The Crypto Quant's Bitcoin bull bear market cycle indicator is also getting close to a key level. If prices drop even more, the signal could change to bear market. The indicator is acting the same way it did in March 2020, May 2021, and November 2021, as shown in the picture below. The market has moved into a bear phase if it falls below the neutral line. This means that prices will continue to fall. Crypto Quant says that these two measurements show that Bitcoin is at a point where either a local bottom can form or a big correction like the one in the summer of 2021 can happen. Also, Tether's market cap growth has stopped, which means that a rally might be hard to come by since past recoveries were caused by more safe coins being available for purchase. Crypto Quant said that the growth of the USDT market is often seen as one of the main things that makes bull markets happen. The value of the USDT market is still going down. the price of Bitcoin usually goes up when more cash comes into the crypto market at USDT minting, but this hasn't happened yet. Meanwhile, Bitcoin whales have been eagerly buying more because the recent drop in price gave big holders a chance to buy more on the cheap. In the past month, they've added 6.3% to their holdings, which is the fastest rate since April 2023. CryptoQuant said this means that people are buying more Bitcoin at lower prices. This is supported by the fact that more money is coming into US-based spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds ETFs. It doesn't get enough praise. The media will sometimes call ETF owners dumb money mom and pop and other things. I've been trying to make this case about them for 20 years. I thought these people were very smart. Why? The ETF was found. Most of the time, brokers sell bad ideas to clients because they get paid to do so. That's how things work in this business. There are no fees for ETFs. You have to get past the nonsense and the middlemen before you can say, wow, this ETF is a great deal. Tax-wise, it's cheap, simple, and quick. You need to be smart to know that's the best deal, which means that someone who buys an ETF or works with an ETF manager is pretty cool with it. And I really fight against the idea that they're stupid or that they're like the GameStop store or just a random person. I now call them boomers. They're all different ages, but the boomers own most of the money in America. It's likely a boomer then. Also, I believe that crypto fans see anyone who isn't them as a boomer. My child calls me a boomer. I'm 7 years old already. It's been about 15 years since I became a boomer. Yes, so I think a boomer as a type of trade finance client, right? That 20% drop was pretty scary, even though Cliff Astana said it wasn't that big of a deal for Bitcoin. I think it is for people who invest in stocks and bonds because 20% in a month is pretty bad. There were some weeks and days when money went out, but even if we didn't count the last 3 or 4 days when there was an increase, it's still pretty much flat or going down. That tells me what percentage of people stuck around during the worst of the slump. Okay, so it's 110% because it made money, but let's leave out the week when it was good. It's still around 97%. So the fact that 97% of the funds were caught in their net is very interesting. I would have said that was pretty good if it was 90 or 93. But there are people who act like half of the people will leave during the first drop, which clearly hasn't happened. Some of these people should just take the L once in a while and be like, you know what? I was wrong. They fought hard, but they doubled down. I already said it's like fighting with a flat earth. I don't know what to do. I just showed you a map. I got you all this information and I'm like, no, the earth is flat. Okay, I'm not sure what to say, so I don't even talk. Ethereum had a good start to the year, but by mid-March, it started to slow down. Even though Ethereum gained steam in the middle of May, as people waited for the US government to approve the spot Ethereum ETF, it has not done as well as Bitcoin. In the past year, Ethereum's value has gone up about 60%, while Bitcoin's has gone up 87%. This is according to a new report from the CMB Group called Digital Assets Insights and Market Trends, which also talks about some of the reasons why Ethereum has been underperforming Bitcoin in 2024. According to data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView, Ethereum has had some of the worst falls in 2024.